Hey everybody, we're gonna go live in a couple of minutes. Just getting everything ready.
Hello.
Hey, Tria, what's up? How's everything going?
Good. Sorry about that. I was listening to everything, but I was just helping my mom real quick before we get started.
Nice.
So,
That's good. Truly good Asian helping parents.
yeah, especially on Mother's Day, you have to.
Oh, it's Mother's Day. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not being a good Asian. I gotta end the stream quick today. Yeah.
Any plans today for you after this?
I'm just gonna go out and get some Chinese food, and then call my parents, see what they're up to. Usually for Mother's Day, I'd send her flowers. But this time I'm on the road, so I'm gonna have to get my brother to do that. He can be the.
Hey, it works out. Family helping out.
Yeah, that's what siblings are for. There's a little bit of wind noise on your side. I don't know if it's.
Okay, let me turn off the machines real quick.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Awesome.
Would this be a little bit better, or is there still?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. Yeah, it was the laptop fan. Sorry about that.
Yep, no problem. Okay. All right, let's get started. We have some great content for everybody today and a featured guest. First, I'd like to just go through some updates on our end. So welcome everybody. My name is Rich King and I'm the co-founder of RPS AI. We're the team behind UltraLP, which is a real-time analytics platform for providing liquidity on Solana. Our mission is to help people better understand and use on-chain tools to earn profit. And our app, UltraLP, is currently in closed beta. The problem that LPers or liquidity providers have today is that they have a tough time understanding just how well or badly they're doing when a position is open. So our app basically helps you get better control when you close positions, open new ones, rebalance, or add more by giving you real-time profit and loss access to all of your positions. Right now, the app supports Meteora, which is a LPing platform that I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with. Over 2,000 people today have tried UltraLP, and many have told us personally that because of the real-time clarity that they get from using the platform, they're able to be more profitable and suffer less losses. The data that we have in the background also shows and proves this as well. Beyond UltraLP, our team is also working on a few other products to help better the Solana DeFi ecosystem. Today's event, I'm just gonna make the music a little bit more quiet here. Today's event is the second time ever that we are hosting these live workshops and also developer AMA to better engage with you guys, our users, our community, and people curious about LPing. I have two other wonderful community members here. One is our UltraSparks mod, DontRunIamAsian, aka Drea, and our guest speaker today, Michael, which I'll introduce shortly. And so for today, I will initially I wanted to structure these calls more like a two-way dialogue, but it's been difficult to find out a way where everyone can join on audio and ask questions. If you have a suggestion, please DM me. I'd really appreciate it. For now, if you have a question, just shoot us a message on the live chat, and I'll read those questions out loud for our team here, either Drea or Michael, to answer. And then we will go through that this way for now. And so before we go through some of the content, let's just quickly breeze through some updates on the app and on the team, and etc. So we are building a new community. It's called UltraSparks, and the idea is around everybody who's new to DeFi has that one moment that's a spark where they finally understand how everything works. This could be your first time trading a meme coin and actually making money, or when you actually staked some tokens and then withdrew them with a reward for profit, and you realize, hey, I've just made money. Sometimes it's for people who interact more in real life, where they take stable coins that they earn online and then they buy real world things with it, like a gift card or groceries. So these are moments where we finally realize that all of crypto is not just like crazy speculation, but it actually has a good, a strong use case for us, a strong benefit for our lives. So that's the idea around Ultra Sparks, for us to work as a community to figure out and find these new sparks. We've brought on our first Spark mod, which is Drea today, and I'll let Drea do a quick intro about himself. Why don't you take the stage?
Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Mother's Day. It's Don here, and I've been LPing for a while. That's how I got involved with UltraLP as well. Pretty much full-time LPing with Meteora since 2024, like Q3 or Q4. And yeah, been doing it ever since, pretty much that.
Drea, can you tell us one thing that you found that was like interesting or difficult and challenging, but now you kind of overcame in the last couple months? I know it's been a pretty crazy couple months.
Yeah, so when I first started LPing, I started during when it was the Mudang era, where like cute animal tokens were coming up, easy to DLMM, just leaving it overnight like a position, waking up with like 2x, 3x your money. And then, with Trump, it was just like, you couldn't explain it, like the fees that you were printing off it. And then the market pretty much slowed down and everything was like pretty much bearish for like a month or so. But I still kept going, like I still seen money coming in like at least like 2% a day, just doing like one side bid sold positions. And yeah, just kept going, and now market's picking up. I'm happy with it,
Would you say that the skills that you learned when it's quiet, when the market's quiet, really helps you when markets keep coming back up?
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's all about like managing your money, and it's like when the market's slow, you don't want to pretty much go all in because anything can happen. Like we've seen rugs when after Trump happened, we've seen a lot of rugs just appear out of nowhere, where like all the money you made
Yeah.
basically just went away like in seconds when they rugged. So a lot of risk management, and even now, like I use less capital than I have done before because I just took profits and I'm leaving it there just to like risk manage like how my positions are. I know it's a little bit slower, so I'm just letting my soul sat basically.
Nice. Okay. Dria's been super active in multiple communities. You've probably seen him on either Discord or Twitter, sharing P&L cards or sharing strategies. So give him a follow on Twitter. I'll post all the Twitters of our guest speaker and also our mods and community members in the chat later. As for features and updates, this is just a quick thing for people who might not have seen kind of our more recent updates, because I am getting kind of questions constantly about these particular things. I'll just share my screen real quick on the couple updates that we have on the app. Okay. Oh, that's my screen. All right, so this is a test wallet that I have right now. And so one of the features you can see on top is you can actually add multiple wallets now. A lot of people during the closed beta wanted additional wallets and would DM me every time, and then I have to give them like a couple days to wait again, which is a little bit frustrating. You can just go over to the top corner here and add a new wallet, and then disconnect your current wallet, switch over to your other wallet, and you'll be able to see both wallets at the same time. Right now, the maximum is 3 while we're working on this. So the overview here actually shows you the cumulative P&Ls of both wallets. If you just select one, then that'll be just for one wallet. If it's unselected, then it's by default both. And you can also disconnect wallets if you suddenly decide, everyone's copy LPing your one particular wallet and you want to just switch that one. then you can disconnect it. There's also a way of, if you have a very valuable wallet and you don't want to be logging into UltraLP every day with it, you could basically set up an account by chatting with me, set up a burner, and then add your more valuable wallets as additional wallets, so that you just have to log into your burner and then you could see your other wallets. And yeah, the current interface refreshes in about every 10 seconds. The other update here is we added a little disclaimer on when you're making the closed claim swaps. So with these right now, we suggest that on the manual execution for very volatile tokens, you want to be higher, not just 5%, 10%, but maybe even 15, 20%. The sniping bots and the sniping applications out there are like 20 to 30% slippage. So if you can't get through to, if the closed claim swap function isn't working for you, it may be because your settings are not aggressive enough. Most people are doing this quick swap out when the token's already falling. So that requires a ton of slippage. So that's something that to consider. And the Jito tip here on the bottom, this is for when you want to basically make your transaction go in priority. If you're above the 95 percentile, it's more likely than not your positions will go through. So that's just something to keep in mind. We've also added a feature where you can then clearly see the breakdown of your tokens and the value in USDC or in Solana if you decide to switch that over to Solana view. So those are just some quick updates on the app itself. And next, we will move over to our guest speaker today. I'm really happy to and excited to introduce Michael. Michael, why don't you give everyone a quick introduction and then we'll get started.
Hi everyone, and thanks to Rich King for inviting me. It's great to speak with you and your community today. Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm living in Germany, and I describe myself as a crypto enthusiast, sometimes crypto degen, and I'm into the space, into crypto since 2016, starting with just passively investing in Bitcoin, in ETH, yeah, later I dived in more deeper in technical analysis and trading, like mostly everybody, just gambling a little bit, then exposed to DeFi, airdrops, becoming a Solana fan, and eventually landed on Meteora in January 24, because I liked DeFi, and I like the Solana ecosystem. And what brought me into Meteora was actually it's combining everything I've learned from TA and trading logic and the DeFi fundamentals, and the let's say timing market timing and into one platform. So it's like trading and DeFi combined, and that's in a great UX, and that's not much out there at the moment. That comparing with it, I tried a lot. Mostly it was Uniswap, V2, V3, and now V4, and also on Avalanche, some platforms, and Meteora was just the best opportunity to do DeFi and get good money from not much funds. Because when you go into DeFi and you have like, I don't know, $100, you do nothing. And on Meteora, you was able to do some decent money, and that was I think a game changer. Why it's onboarded so many people. And of course the meme coin mania was hit in, and it took me some months to understand how I should really work on Meteora, find a decent strategy because it was something new. It was not like traditional DeFi. But over time, I'd say after 6 months, I became really confident, and then the meme coin mania kicked in, and until January 2025, after the Libra, it was a really fun ride. Yeah, and I'm a lot of on X, and then I saw UltraLP. Liked it very much, what I saw from some videos and screenshots, but it was on invite only. And after I posted the video, you reached out to me and invited, give me an invite, and I tried it, and it was something really it was a breakthrough for me to use UltraLP, because it saves a lot of time and gives me more confidence. And yeah, from the time I only LP with UltraLP.
Thanks, Michael. Please give us also like your criticism, not just compliments, but I really appreciate that. Before you get started with today, I wanted to ask you, what was like in the last couple of months, what's your proudest moment, something you learned or achievement, anything that you felt like was important to you?
Good question. The most important thing for me, I would say, my how many funds I risk, and my risk profile sharpened a lot. Mostly in January, when the Libra token crashed. It was for me the moment where I told myself, it's good that I'm not risk on. And I saw a lot of people that when they saw after they missed probably the Trump coin and Melania coin, they tried to go all in, because they saw the market is crazy. The market is give you money for free, and there's no punishment, and they just got crazy. And I was not like that, because I traded a lot, and the risk profile is just very hard in my DNA, and so that was the main thing, that I'm not risk. I'm just follow my strategy every time on every token, regardless what.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there's something, insider that tells me there's 100% guarantee, I will not increase my risk. No way.
Okay. So it sounds like you learned more about your understanding your own risk management, and are successful as a result. Okay. Well, I'm going to add your screen to the stage here and let you get started. By all means, begin. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks again. I wanted to, let's say, go through my strategy and explain it a little bit. I like to begin with a quote from Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. And I think, in my perspective, it's all about DLMM or DeFi. You don't need to, let's say, have 10,000 different kicks on every token. I have one strategy that I use, I would say 100% on every token. And that's what it's all about. The strategy that you can follow, which is a no-brainer for you, and you can replicate it on every token. Okay, so what it is about? First of all, you need some decent pool sources, and it's actually at the moment it's not that hard. I mean, we have a lot of great sources there's some of those sources, for example, the Foxtrot dashboard, for example, or the Metlex. When you go in the DLMM button, then you have actually really, really good pools that have great volume. There's also maybe some of you using some Telegram bots, and of course the LP Army Discord from Meteora is really great. And you have a lot of tickers where you can go through. So you have some for the day. So I go through them, find some decent ones, and then I filtering them. This is like a funnel. Yes, for me, I have some browser tabs open, and then I go through all of them. So I start with the first one, and then first things first, I check the security, check the rug check. If it's okay, go to the next one. Check the liquidity. So for me at the moment, and it's a bit, it has something to do with my risk profile at the moment. I do not go I do not LP tokens that are below 100 Sol. There's a lot of people, they find good tokens. They have like less than 50 ones, and they will probably give you for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe for an hour, a decent amount of money. But you have to sit there and DLMM them, and they're still very risky. You can be wrecked in a minute. So the risks, it's not like the risk is not there when you DLMM tokens that have 100 Sol and more, but the credibility is much more than with the low cap ones. So yeah, I go mostly for ones who have 2% or 5% base fee. Then they have a good amount of fees that you can have from them. Then check the I check the volume. So it's important to DLMM tokens that have decent volume in it, because when there's no volume, there's no fees. So it's as simple as that. The market cap, I look for ones who are above 1 million. So below 1 mil, it become riskier. And I look at the 24 hours volume and 6 hours volume, and the 6 hours volume. It's good when it's 1-to-1 to the liquidity. When it's above that, even better. So the more volume a token has, the better your fees performance. And check the narrative. So the token should have a picture. So it's like it's a simple thing, but if it has no picture in it, so because you need to pay for it, and most ruggish tokens don't pay, or they and I don't like them. So, and I'll also check the URL. So check the Twitter. Is it just mostly just a tweet for somewhere else, and this is the actual URL? Sometimes it's a product. You see an actual website with a product, even though you can be wrecked. So we had some tokens in the past which have a great website, but it was just a wreck after a day or so. Yeah, so check the narrative. Is this something news related or a meme related? And yeah, it's very important sometimes to see if it's something that had a great narrative at the moment. Yeah. Also, I look at the actual pool deck screener, and when you look at below the chart, look at the trading frequency. Sometimes when you open the DEX screener, you see that the trades are just like the last one from an hour. So it doesn't look very good for DLMM because you need a decent trading frequency. It should be like every second or every minute, a decent amount of trades. So have a look at that too. Also, compare what you are able to invest with the actual amount of liquidity in this pool, because you are comparing against other with your liquidity. And if you have like 1 sol and in the pool you have like 3,000 sol, you will not able to get some decent fees from it, even if the volume is high. So consider if there's a lot of liquidity in it, you have to increase your liquidity too, or your liquidity risks. And also pay attention to the liquidity distribution, because to have 3,000 sol in it, it doesn't mean that it's equally distributed over the price ranges. So when you look at the below the bins, you see how many liquidity it's in these price ranges, and then you can play around with it. So you can go and set your liquidity where it's not so much competition, and when the price when you get into the price range, you will get even a decent amount of fees from it. So pay attention on it. Okay, and the last thing that I look, and for me it's even very, very important, is the chart. And some people just ignore it. They pay attention on on-chain data and stuff like this. I really look at the chart, and I like to enter on the uptrend. So I like to find the right chart, like on the left side. Here is an example, and I go and I bet that the on the trend change. So I like that the trend change, the token will break through these support levels, and on these support levels I will put my liquidity. And because on these support levels we will have some bounces, there will people, they will sell and they will buy. We will have even more fees on it. Comparing to the set your liquidity on a downtrend, the actual OP become riskier, because if you don't have a lot of support on the chart, the token will wreck, because the people are not confident to buy on these levels, and you eventually will see decreasing volume, and decreasing volume means less fees. So when I see the chart like on the right side, I just not enter. So in this case, I will just skip the token, most of the time. Okay, what is my setup for setting up the pool? It's pretty easy. I do not buy the token, so I always do one-sided sol on a 100 bin step. It's my basic setup most of the time. Sometimes I go 125 bin steps, sometimes 80, but most of the time it's 100 bin step. And the bid ask is the strategy I pretty much always 100% in my usage. And it's really important for you to understand that when you there's this the bins which you have, and when the price is in around 80%, then it means you are around break even. It means that even if you got even if you have no fees at all, you are around break even, so you are not at the loss. And it's good. It's important to look at it when you monitor your position.
Sorry, Michael, I didn't quite understand. What's at
Yeah.
80% and it means you're break even?
Yeah, there's when the price of the actually, I you see my mouse here when the price is here, and this is around when you have the whole range is 100%, this area means around 80% of the whole range of the whole bins. Even though you have no fees printed, you are at the break even, because you the amount of SOL in these bins are not evenly like on spot. On spot you will be break even at 50%, and on bid ask you are break even around 80% approximately. So pay attention to it when we speak about the exit strategy. So when you become not confident with how the token price and chart is looking, then you can exit here at around 80%, and yeah, you can save your funds in this case. Okay, maintain the LP positions. It's also really, really important. When we had a good market, and I mean by that, like last year, November, December was a really, really, really good market, and October, September, October was also really good. When there's a lot of liquidity, when there are a lot of traders trading meme coins, then you had a really, really good time when you can just open one position, one time, 100 step, and it was enough. You was able to LP over multiple days, not only at night, overnight. And yeah, but now it become riskier, and that's why I use not one, but 2 or maybe 3 positions, preparing for the dump. So my goal is to let's say open my first position. Let's call it the upper position here. And when I see that we have a really, really strong move to the downside, on around 50% of the whole range, I open a new position with more SOL. So when the upper position have 1 SOL, the position below that I open on a downtrend, I put 2 SOLs in it. So when the price going up, I'm still getting fees from the upper position. When the position when the downtrend continues, my second position become active, and I look at the upper position and try to exit when I see that the price dumps really hard. So I try to let's say save my upper position by closing it. Maybe it's then break even, but because I have the position below, I still farm fees. And because when we have good support and resistance levels on a token, it will farm a decent amount of fees when the price go down and you have enough support levels that the token will not go to 0 in a second. So the current market means for me create more than 1 position, and even though when the price going up, like when I assume that the token will pump, then I will open again a new position from the top, or try to catch top, and farm it when the price will go down again. And maybe I will then close the first position on the below, because it's not necessary to leave them, because you just lock your funds in this case for maybe a week or so. So when you are in the position, it's really important to monitor, and then that's why I like to use UltraLP, because it gives me a really good dashboard, because I LP multiple tokens and once, and I see the profits in SOL, which is important for me, because when you look at the profits in dollars, when you have two volatile tokens like SOL and another meme coin, when the SOL pumps like at the moment, you will see, wow, the position pump. I have like $20 in profit, but it's actually because SOL price got up, and it's not important for me at the moment. It's not like the position got me a lot of fees. So that's why it's important for me to look at the profits in SOL. And I also like this feature where are able to see the combined position beans, because as I showed you before, I have like multiple positions. And this sometimes they're overlapping, so one is inside of the other, and I can see it when here. When I zoom, no, I cannot zoom here. Okay, let me try. Here. This when you open it, it's really a killer feature for me, because I need to see how they are overlapping. And it's hard to see it in Meteora. It doesn't allow you to see this. And of course, I have my position on the chart. I use Dex Screener, so I really like to set my position on the chart and to monitor it. Not only the data, but like visually to see how far my position is at the moment. Okay, so, and when you are LP, when you're in the position, also remember that you need to have an exit strategy. And I have like some examples here based on time. And volatility is very important in this case. So when you LP a meme coin and it's really volatile, then the time becomes really important. So when you see that there's liquidity like 20 SOL, then you will not leave it for a day. So it maybe for a minute, for minutes. And also when it's low market cap, then it will become the exit strategy become time sensitive, and decreasing liquidity when you reload. For example, on Meteora, you can see if the liquidity in the pool drops, and when you see that it drops really hard, it's mostly a signal that the price will dump very soon. Based on the chart, so I'm somebody that is really chart oriented. That's why the chart for me it's let's say decides more when I exit the position. And also when I see that the market cap is high, the volume is pretty decent, and the chart looking good, then it's a no-brainer for me that they will leave it over the night farming. And when I see that there's also enough support levels on a downtrend, then I'm really confident to LP this token. And of course, based on fees, could be also a good exit strategy. So when you see that you have like very quickly enough, like, I don't know, 5-20% in an hour or so, or in 6 hours, then don't become greedy. You can also exit it and take your profits, because the next token is not far away. So yeah, I think this is really important to describe for yourself when your exit strategy, even though you have multiple ones for risky tokens, for less risky tokens, and maybe for not risky tokens at all, like, I don't know, Jupe Sol or so, which you can leave for months. Yeah. And yeah, to one more tip at the last. I have a saving wallet, and I use it for send funds from profits to it, to have like my own separate saving fund that you can use for buying stuff for yourself, or when you got when you had a bad trade, you can take funds from it, but it's just like 10% from your profits every time to the saving wallet, for example, will save you when you, I don't know, have some bad trades. Then you have funds that you can use for yeah, for it, and so on. Or you using it for ERL, you go to restaurant, or you buying some dips, or you buying more Sol, whatsoever. Yeah. And yeah, and most importantly, do not become greedy. Everyone wants to copy someone's wins, and when you look at the Discord channels of Meteora or UltraLP, when you have these post wins channels, you see a lot of wins, and yeah, but the success comes from discipline. And for me, for myself, it's better to make 1% per day consistently than gamble for 10 Sol or and lose 15. Yeah. So and it's hard to get this discipline when you see that, I don't know, some influencer have $1,000 in 7 minutes on Meteor, and his show is on his X. But yeah, this is what had helped me. I have my strategy. I do 100% the same things every time, and the percentage of good trades is around 70% at the moment. And for myself, it's a good thing. So around 70-80%, it's good. And yeah, I don't try to find some great token that gives me, I don't know, 100% in 5 minutes. I had this in Libra. So I had Libra like 5 minutes, 120%, and then I exited. So and never came back.
Got it. Well, that's great. Thank you,
Yeah,
Michael.
It's from my side.
Do you mind if we do some people also join the call a little bit later. Do you mind just go through kind of the most important points from the beginning until the end, so we kind of have one kind of very smooth through, just one phrase, this is what you do here, here, and here, here, and then kind of sum it up for us?
Sure. You mean from the beginning here?
Yeah, just real quickly as like one big summary.
Get your one source where you get your tokens signals. Just one. Could be Metlex, for example, or LP Army Discord channel. Do your filtering on every token it doesn't matter if you're really confident because somebody write it in Discord. You should go all in here. You have your process, I have my process, and that's the steps that I do exactly like this. And there's like no skip something. And when you have done this 10 times, when you have done this 100 times, it becomes faster. When you do it for the first time, or maybe for the first 10 times, you becoming confident from the amount of time you have done this. So you can scan these metrics very, very fast. So when I look at the deck screener or the Meteora website, it's like 10 seconds and I understand what's going on. Even on the narrative, when you have like 1,000 tokens, and that's why I had this quote from Bruce Lee, you became a pro, you became a master of it, and you can scan it very easily. So then the actual charting, the same. When I see the chart, and the charts are very, very similar on even every token. So you have like, I don't know, 3 or 5 categories of token charts, and they're repeating every time. I don't know, the market makers and who do this job, they are not very creative. This every time, and this repeating every time. So scanning the chart, really important. Look for uptrending tokens that have a lot of support and resistance zones, and you can be more safely on this side. The actual open the position part, it's like a no-brainer. It's like setting up my Sol, click on bid ask and open the position. It's like, I don't know, 5 seconds. No science, no rocket science here. I don't try to 50-50. I did a lot. Sometimes I do like 80-20 or so, but it fails. It fails more than it became a good trade. So that's why always 100%, always the same. And if the price pumps, you're not losing anything. So you're not losing anything, and that's a good thing. So the setup always the same. Not much to explain here. Maintaining, it's really look at the chart, set your position on the chart, and try to use more than one position. It's just like psychologically very, very a good thing, because you know you have another position that it's below that will farm and not fees, and you will not sweat when the price became on the edge of your position of your open position. So it's like psychologically very, very good for me when I have multiple position on below. Yeah, and UltraLP. Look at the profit loss section. It's have it every time open, check it, reload the website, see that you are in profits, and when you're not, look at the chart, look at the pool metrics, look at the liquidity in the pool, try to catch if somebody extract liquidity. It's not a good sign that the pool will perform well. And check the chart. Yeah, and have a decent exit strategy. Describe it for yourself and find from time, chart, or fees, try to find something for you.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. Well, I think today our focus was really to help newcomers understand the basics of finding their initial to their exit strategy. And Michael has a great deal of content, more than just what he shared today. So do follow him on X. I will send over some of our the links into the live chat after the call. I wanted to open it up to people who are currently live with us. There's about 82 people. Does anybody have any questions for Michael while we're live? And I can read them out loud. Drea, you're also welcome to ask any questions for Michael while he's here. I'll open it up, see if there's any questions.
Hey, Michael, can you hear me?
Hi, I hear you. Hi.
Hey, boss. I was just wondering, is this something that you do full time, like DLMMing, or is it like something part time for you?
It's a part time, but I do it every day.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good with this strategy. I can LP even though I'm not sitting 8 hours and looking at the chart. And that's a good thing for me. I have my, let's say, degent trades where I really sitting like 1 hour on the chart, like scalping a little bit. But this is becoming rare, and I try to find LP positions where I don't need to sit on the computer and look at the monitor for 8 hours. We have some degents in our community who really LP this I don't know 20 SOL liquidity pools for minute on minute chart, but it's becoming rare for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Because I noticed that you do a lot of bid positions. I do that too. I feel like that's the safest way to go to get that 1% that you was talking about, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I round trip my profits. Like after like 3 or 4 days of just earning one of fees from one big positions, I do what you say too. Like I degen a little bit and then I kind of round trip. And my next question actually is, do you think in like the current conditions with like meme coins and everything, someone new, like someone that doesn't know about LPing but just saw Meteor, can do what we're doing right now and just start off with like probably like $100, like how you did when you first started? Do you think that's possible?
Absolutely. And I say that not because I say that because I teach a lot of people who has had no experience, no DeFi experience. They just started to first time swapping on Jupiter, and the most important thing is this kind of strategy. It's actually for everyone. It's not a risky one. It's not a degen strategy. It's like a foundation which you can start with, and it's not like you becoming a pro in a week or so, but use like very less amount of funds, get your first 100 LP trades, and look if it's something for you. Because when you try to like, I don't know, start with one SOL and use this SOL in every trade, then you will lose this SOL like on the fifth trade or so. Try to do small steps, implement a decent strategy, play around, and then maybe it's something for you. But for let's say a regular crypto guy, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. And we prove it in my community because I saw this a lot of times. We have a lot of people who, like I explained before, really new into crypto, and they DLMM right now on a good level.
I love it. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
I actually had a question as well. So what I find is how it sounds like you have like a set strategy for every single play after you've done your filters. Is there any variance in terms of the size that you put in? For example, a particular token you put in 1 SOL, a particular token you would put in 5 or 10, or does it always kind of follow the same playbook?
it's following the playbook, but regarding the amount of SOL, it's something I have, like, when I confident with the token, I put more SOL in. Like, for example, if you have a risky token, put 10% of your initial SOL that you are using for Meteora for one position. So 10%. If you lose this, you just lose 10% of all of your funds for Meteora. When I confident with the token, that's like 20 to 25% for all of the position that I made. And it can be 2 positions or 3 positions. Yeah. So try to apply risk management that is maybe familiar from trading, also on Meteora.
Got it. Okay.
Because don't forget, we can be liquidated, even though it's not a perp DEX. So I had it like 1 or 2 times for like
liquidated.
1.5 years on Meteora. 2 tokens get racked, and that's why I implemented this strategy for myself. But it's still not a guarantee. You can catch a really, really bad token. And I told you before that there were a project, I can't remember right now, but I can find later. They had a really good website. There was a real product which you can use on the website. It was really, really nice looking one. And it got racked like after 3 days. I LP it for 1 day, and after 2 days it got racked. So it could happen all the time. So that's why it's important. Go not all in on every trade. And don't do too much positions at the same time when you're not experienced. When you become experienced, then you can do 2, 3 or more, but I will not do more than like 3 or 4 at the same time, because you have to deal with you need to monitor all of them. And that's why UltraLP is very good dashboard where you can see all of them, and because you don't have to look at the 4 price charts. You can have just one UltraLP dashboard to quickly monitor if everything all right, and then when you see something change, then you go to the actual chart on text screen or so.
A lot of people tell me that, finding the right token, that's where all the magic happens. If you find the right token, then whatever you put in, it's going to win. You mentioned a couple of tools out there. I'm just going to ask you straight up, like, which one is the best right now? I'm a developer of these tools, and I designed these tools. I'm curious as to what you think about that. Is it like the Foxtrot? Is it just getting kind of a feed from LP Army Discord, or what do you think has worked out really well for you to print better?
I started with MatLex. That was pretty much the best one. I do not let's say degen style, where I go to deck screen, I'll set my filters, where I searching for tokens with good volume for, let's say, the last 5 minutes and so on. I do not go to pump funds searching for the next token that will go into Meteora and so on, graduate and so on. I done it before, but I'm not doing it at the moment. For me, Foxtrot, it's the most decent one. I open it, I set my filter for the TVL, like around 20K, and that's it. Then I go through the list, I check the tokens, I find the ones I like to LP today, and I do that. And that's it. Also, from time to time, I look at the Discord, but they're mostly the same. It's like the same tokens because they have the same volume, and they are everywhere. When you do LP, then you will find the sources, and you will see that's pretty much the same tokens on every platform, because it's the same on-chain metrics that they are using most of the time. So Foxtrot, it's good for me. You can use anything else. You can use Telegram bots that give you a notification when a good pull is there. So I have also some Telegram bots that have a push notification when there's a decent amount of liquidity, of volume, and so on, and when you can set the filters. And then I just look at it. I see if it's something for me, and when yes, I'll LP. When not, I just skip.
Got it. Well, thanks for your insights, Michael. I really appreciate it. What's surprising to me about LPing is how social it is, and seeing other people who are sharing how they do their strategies really helped me sharpen mine and come up with my own conclusions. And I think that's the case with a lot of people that just get into this space. I really appreciate your time and other people coming here. I've sent in Michael's Twitter and also Dria's Twitter in the chat, so please go follow them. That pretty much concludes it, and thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you, Michael.
Yep. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you too for inviting and for your time. See you.
Yeah,
Bye.
Absolutely. Just a few other little things while we're wrapping up here. Thank you, everybody, for joining in today. And we want to continue doing these with our community. And we'd like your suggestions. DM me or Dria if you have any suggestions. I'm super open. Just say, Rich, this sucks, fix this. If you need access to UltraLP anytime, just DM me. We're open to having everybody come on and give it a try. We're shipping out some new features in the coming weeks, so I'm really excited for that. For next week, next Sunday, we'll be coming up with Fishman. He is a professional Dota 2 player, and he'll be telling us how to avoid losses on some risky plays. We are going to kind of cycle some of the speakers and other featured speakers, trying to vary up the type of content we bring to people. So if you have any thoughts on what you'd like to see or a particular strategy that it's hard to understand, reach out to me, and then Dria and I will go and find that particular person and bring them on and ask them questions that you might have. A lot of these Discords are kind of one-directional. You just see somebody post a really great P&L card. We have no idea how they did it. And when you ask, how did you do this? They give you this huge paragraph, which sometimes isn't conducive to learning a new skill, right? So hope you guys find value in this. And we'll be here again next Sunday around the same time, maybe a bit earlier. Today we had to start late because I was mid-traveling. But hope to see you guys next week. See you guys later.
Take care, y'all.